Hey guys, so it is Tuesday, and you know what Tuesday is? Tuesday is the Escape Reality Podcast. Yes, tonight, 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern. Anywho, I wanted to go live for an actual serious message. As you guys can see in the title, this world is ours. Where are you? And that all of us are watching the news. I know some people are, I don't watch that negative stuff. Listen, at this point, whether you watch it or not, Mother Earth is quaking. So it didn't take just a hurricane to get me to go live. I've been through Hurricane Andrew in 92, 93, 92 in South Florida, category 5. There's a lot more going on that we aren't noticing. And I'm noticing a lot of us are posting about little things, but we're not doing diddly squat for our world. So, yes, but the problem is so much bigger. How can I control all of them who are recycling? I'm not recycling right now. East Texas is a little crazy and different. This is not what this video is about. This video is about your awareness and your actions every time you want to roll down your window, throw something out of it, every time that you pass some garbage on the road and you just don't even think twice about it. Or the fact that over, what was it, 200 scientists in 65 countries released a report saying that we are in trouble. And it was an alarming response. It wasn't like, guys, this might happen. People are like, no, don't be a Debbie Downer. Don't scare us. There's nothing I can say right now that is going to scare anybody. Or actually, let me rewind a little bit. There is nothing I'm going to say right now that is not public information. We have fires, we have earthquakes, we have chaos, we have hurricanes, we have volcanoes erupting. At what point does this get your attention? Oh, but this is so serious, April. But I'm exempt. Are you? Are you exempt? Do you know that even if we change everything we're doing, this will still not clean up our earth in a decade? It will still take over a decade, even if each and every one of the billions upon billions of people who are on this planet change. You guys have to understand this is an inside job. They did a study where they took several Buddhists and they put them in a very low vibrational, high crime neighborhood. And these Buddhists just did their Buddhist things. They meditated, 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 did their om, om, om. That alone changed the vibration and the energy of the entire neighborhood. One person who was aligned is more powerful than 100,000 who aren't. And that means you. People are going to click off of this. I'm watching 6 and then 4 and then 8. This includes you. This includes me. This planet that we live on is not, it does not have unlimited resources. She can, but at this point she does not. Our our icebergs are melting and people go, they've been melting. You are correct. However, in all of your lifetime, in such a very short period of time, have you ever witnessed as many natural disasters and natural issues that you have in the last 5 years? Think about that. It isn't changing, it's getting worse. We are watching unprecedented weather hitting areas it's never hit before. At what point do we put the light on? At what point do we put the light on? If you're not doing anything to make it better, you are part of the problem. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. My grandbabies one day and my great great grandbabies will be living on this planet if she's still here. This earth is a living, breathing organism, and she's pissed. And I am a tree hugger, but I'm not really a tree hugger. Uh, I'm an empath and I can feel. And there is so much ignoring going on. Even with the loose animals in your neighborhood. Well, it's not my problem, it's their problem. Is it really their problem? Is it really their problem? When this earth is suffering, it is our problem. And for those of you who are not in the fires, in the hurricanes, in the floods, in the quakes, it doesn't bother or matter to you, does it? It will. Mother Earth isn't done with her surprises. And at this point, I don't think you or I should be surprised anymore. We need to be concerned. And there's so many that are like, this is nothing. This is nothing. Guys, in 2019, I channeled Archangel Gabriel live. Look at my videos on Facebook, go to the website, it's there. Craziest shit from my career. However, Spirit said, 2020 Minnie will die. This is information none of us had access to, including me. I shouldn't have known those things. So when Spirit rolls on up in your awareness and says, hey, this is going on, and then it happens, I can't say I didn't tell you. I didn't hold space or that Spirit didn't share. This world is our world. It isn't the world for the richest people. It isn't the world for the luckiest. It isn't the world for those who have a glass half filled or half empty. This world that you are standing your two human feet on is your world. And at some point, we must care. We must care. In order to be taken care of and provided for, we must care for our resources. How many of you still brush your teeth and leave the water running? How many of you still go outside and let your kids play in the hose? As great as it is, I did it growing up barefoot. But the world was very different back then. In fact, back then, we were already messing her up and we didn't know. We didn't know, but we know now. Ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance isn't bliss. When you have to go outside and you have to make sure that the quality of your air is breathable. People go, that's like Total Recall with not Sylvester Stallone. Oh my dear Jesus, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I love his accent. Can't do it. But Total Recall, they couldn't go outside without their like helmets on, and they had to ration air. That when we think it, it becomes. And when you add panic times how many billion people, and when you add ignorance times how many people, when you add chosen ignorance by how many people, we are in trouble, guys. We're in trouble. How many more people do you want to see pass away? You know, this isn't a local thing at this point, it's a global thing. And we don't just have a pandemic in place, we have a spiritual sickness. Most of us do not believe in the faith we say and post daily that we say we have. We do not. When push comes to shove, we blame God every single day. Ask and it is given. And that doesn't mean it's always positive. Be careful for what you're asking for. Be present in your asking. Be deliberate and clear with your mind, your body, and your soul. Make sure that your actions reflect your true beliefs. If they do not match, you will experience a split reality. You want love, but you are afraid of it. You want change, but it's not your responsibility. You are the most powerful person on this planet right now. You, one little person in your little house, in your little car, in your little village, in your little grocery store. I don't care where you occupy space. You are the most important, powerful person on this planet. Use your power. Use the power of free will. Use the power of choice and use the power of action, because I promise you, as a medium, I don't want you transitioning to the other side and then coming and talking to me. I'll say hi, but I got other things to do. We aren't here in body by accident. You aren't procreating, you aren't moving, you aren't cleaning house, you aren't breathing by accident. You are here on purpose. What is that purpose? I sure as hell promise that purpose isn't to crap on our world or ignore it. If you see it, it's yours. Finders keepers, guys. This world is ours. Where are you? Please share this video. It might piss you off. It might piss some people off, but I don't give a shit, because when we're going down at some point, is this the end? No. Is this the book of Revelations? Could be. I don't know. But I do know that intuitively we cannot ignore what is happening. You can't just keep throwing away trash that doesn't break down and think it just goes to this magical place where it disappears. There are some plastics that can never break down. You buy them every day and throw them right in your garbage can. Sometimes I sit and I feel the news that isn't on the television, and I know you do too. So what are we going to do about it, light babies? Put in your comments below, what can you do today that can make a difference? I know we've got Reiki healers that are watching this. Do some Reiki for the world. Do some Reiki for yourself. Let go of the damage that has happened to you. Process it, work through it, do your work. That damage is keeping all of the energy low. Every time we say it is not my problem, it keeps the earth low. Every time we say that that person is the problem, that person, every time we judge, it adds to the fires, it adds to the earthquakes, it adds to all of the crazy that is going on in the world. COVID isn't gone. Whether we do the shot, whether we wear the masks, it is not gone. And this is only one variant. Things are changing because they have to. And you have the opportunity and the ability to affect this change. Keep it simple, sweetheart, but don't pretend you're stupid. You are not stupid. People go, oh my God, did she just call me stupid? No, I said, don't pretend you're stupid. Don't pretend. It isn't mine. I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know. Florida. I was born and raised in Miami and then Broward County. I went to Chaminade Madonna College Preparatory Senior High in Hollywood, Florida. I mean, I moved through Florida. My baby was born in Florida. Florida is Swiss cheese. If you look at Florida, and I want you to think, and I'm not trying to scare people, I've got family in Florida. My baby's in Florida. But at some point, if we don't heal the land we're on, that land will no longer be there for us to live on. Do you understand that? How many more trees are we going to cut down until we realize we are out of air? Trees create oxygen. That was in like 5th grade science class. And we still pretend like we don't know what's happening. I didn't know it's on fire. The state of California is literally like on fire. I mean, Australia was on fire. There's stuff going on in earthquakes that are taking place, probably where they shouldn't. Pay attention to where some of these larger activities are taking place. Mother Earth is changing the vibration and changing the energies, kind of like when there's a horse and there's 5 people climbing on the horse and the horse throws them off their back. Mother Earth is like, get off. Get off. Let me breathe. We have to listen to her. When we hold something down and we prevent it from breathing, it will die. And I don't want to die. Not today. I want to be here and I want to see her flowers grow. And I want to see her trees spread out. I'm tired of seeing barren land. So many beautiful places now are a parking lot. You know, at some point, guys, we're going to run out of this wild blue yonder. Some of those movies came from people's minds and imaginations. Thoughts become things. None of this that I'm saying and sharing is false. It's not false. And I'm not here to scare you. But when do we have this conversation? When it's too late? I don't want to have this conversation because by then people still aren't going to be listening to me. Are you going to listen to me now? Are you going to stop and think tonight? I love meat. People say all the time, I know that whatever red meat's bad or it's killing the world. And, you know, I love meat. Don't get me wrong. I've got chicken in my refrigerator right now and I love a good steak, but we've got to come up with something. Right on my road is a massive dairy farm. And when I say massive, I mean building after building after building. And it breaks my heart because these larger animals are giving off, you know, from their feces, they give off these gases, and all of this stuff is killing our globe. And the treatment of the animals, I mean, it's like it doesn't end. It's all connected, it's all inclusive, and that means you. All inclusive, all inclusive. What happens to one part of the body affects the other. And all of us say one love, one, we are one, kumbaya. When are we going to behave like we are one? Because some of you singing kumbaya are also judging the other people next to you in the grocery stores. And it isn't okay. Some of the people that we are judging have no resources to certain things. You have resources too. Get out of their magic. Stay in yours. Point the finger at you first. What can you do under your roof today? What can you do? Maybe have red meat once a week. Do you know that if 200,000 people had red meat once a week instead of every day, do you know how much that would change? It would help. It would help. Anything right now is better than no thing. Okay, guys, that's enough preaching for the day. I've got work to do. I'm going to head over to TikTok and do some stuffs. I am having a special for September, 25% off readings. This is not me just promoting my services because it's how I make a living. It's actually promoting my services because I hold space for spirit, which is everywhere, your guides, your loved ones. I mean, it is time we get real. It's not maybe we have guides. It's what are they saying? It's not maybe there's a God. It's what do I need to do, source? At some point, you have to remember you are a spiritual being having a human experience. And in all of your human experiences, this is the only one that matters now. All right, I will see you at aprilron.com. And I'm also going to see you tonight on my podcast with Tim. We're going to talk about Michigan Paracon recap. And we're going to do paranormal Q&A. I love Q&As. So get your questions. Come on down. Type them in. And we're going to go live. I'll even put your question up live. Ooh, that was good. Live. Okay. I will see you guys later. Here is my intro for tonight. And I love you. I'll see you. Bye.
Flight of the orbiter Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Let's go out and have fun.
Roger that, Sally.